carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Those are the three macronutrients humans can consume. Proteins have a special place. They are the building blocks of life, of our body tissue, organs, and muscles. This begs the question, what is the best source of protein? What about animal versus plant-based sources of protein? And are vegans crazy? Let's talk about everything protein. Before we can answer these questions, we have to understand what proteins actually look like. Proteins come in many different forms and qualities. Mistake number one is regarding all protein as one and the same. That is like saying humans are tall. No, humans come in all shapes and sizes with an endless variety in body types. That same variety applies to proteins as well. Each protein consists of different amino acids, as you can see in the most left image. An amino acid is the smallest building block of a protein on a macro level. More on amino acids later. When amino acids are connected, they form an alpha helix, or a single peptide, which is the secondary structure. Next, these peptides fold together in unique ways, forming a long polypeptide chain. Now we have a tertiary structure. Multiple tertiary structures can be coupled together to form the final complex in its quaternary form. Imagine the endless possibilities of combinations here, not just in amino acid composition, but in the way these structures are folded. There is a huge variety of proteins we can consume. I told you 1 gram of protein tells you absolutely nothing. We need to dig a lot deeper to appreciate the nutritional value of a single gram of protein. Now that we understand how proteins consists of many different amino acids, we can talk about amino acids themselves. The human body can encode for about 20 different amino acids. When taking a closer look at a protein, you will find many combinations of these 20 amino acids. There is a special subtype of amino acids called essential amino acids, which is shown in this graph with a dashed circle. As you can see, there are a total of 9 essential amino acids. As the name suggests, these 9 amino acids are essential in our diet, since our body cannot convert them from other sources of protein. So, essential amino acids have to be present in our food, or we will get a deficiency. Now, let's zoom in just a little bit more on these essential amino acids. Remember how there are 9 essential amino acids for humans? Well, of these 9 essentials, there is a very special subset of 3 amino acids called branched chain amino acids. These 3 are isoleucine, leucine, and valine. Branched chain amino acids, or BCAA in short, deserve special attention, since they have shown to stimulate a process called muscle protein synthesis in the most optimal way. In simple terms, BCAAs are essential for muscle strength and muscle growth. Let's see how amino acids can stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Amino acids, shown in orange at the top, can enter our muscle cells. Once amino acids have entered our cells, they will begin stimulating the process of protein synthesis through several intermediaries. Keep in mind that essential amino acids, especially BCAAs, will have the largest stimulatory effect of muscle protein synthesis. In the graph below, you can see how amino acids can stimulate muscle protein synthesis even more when coupled with exercise. A common misconception is that protein synthesis is only relevant for strength training. No, also for endurance training, the same concepts of protein synthesis apply. As you can see in the right graph, you will need the right amino acids for stimulating protein synthesis. The difference with resistance training is that protein synthesis is more focused at mitochondria compared to muscle tissue, as illustrated in the red versus the purple line. In the end, eating the right protein is essential for both resistance and endurance training. Let's zoom out again and see what happens when we eat proteins. Step number 1 illustrates how we ingest a certain type of protein consisting of different amino acids. This amino acid composition is highly dependent on the type of food we eat. I will cover protein sources in a sec. In step 2, the source of protein is digested and broken down into simple blocks of amino acids. After digestion of protein, the single amino acids can be absorbed in the gut. In this form, amino acids are transported through the blood towards our liver and muscles, and will ultimately lead to incorporation of amino acids into muscle tissue. Notice the quote, "You are what you just ate." This brings us closer to the question, what is the best dietary source of protein? Casein is a slowly digesting protein. When intact casein is hydrolyzed, it resembles the digestion of fast digesting protein. Consequently, hydrolyzed whey protein results in higher muscle protein synthesis than casein. However, the muscle protein synthetic response to hydrolyzed casein is lower than that of whey protein. While both proteins are fast digesting, whey protein has a higher essential amino acid content, including leucine. Animal-based protein sources have a high essential amino acid composition and is more potent than plant protein in stimulating muscle protein synthesis. However, this can partly be compensated by ingesting a greater amount of plant protein. A 2019 study observed the effects of plant protein on muscle protein synthesis. Their conclusion, in line with other research, showed that plant protein is less effective compared to animal protein. However, simply consuming much more plant protein in different blends can compensate for this lesser effect. This is why we refer to animal protein as high quality, whereas plant protein is of lower quality. Make no mistake, this has nothing to do with other health effects of food. High quality here simply refers to high muscle protein synthesis in humans. In summary, stick to animal protein or whey protein supplementation if you want to maximize muscle protein synthesis, especially when coupled with endurance or strength training. Vegetarians, in particular vegans, will need to eat a lot more plant protein in different blends to reach the same requirements. Definitely consider taking whey protein supplementation when you are vegetarian or vegan. It will make your life much more convenient. Indeed, you are what you eat. Our body is made of flesh and bones, and apparently, eating that same flesh and bone is efficient in maximizing protein synthesis. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I hope to see you again in my new episode. Until then, I'm out. And I think it's time for you to kill all vegans. Wait, kill all vegans? I'm not supposed to say this. Who wrote the script? Miguel? Secret script. Kill all vegans. See.